from the
English Sisters.
Welcome to Get Real with the
English Sisters.
Hi everyone.
Hi. We said that together, didn't we?
We did. Today we're going to be talking about
Change
your feed.
and change your life.
Change your feed, change your life. Change your food, change your life too.
Yeah, do you know, I was thinking about that, like what you're feeding yourself. But literally what you're feeding yourself, like with your online stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So change your Instagram feed, change your Facebook feed, change your Twitter feed.
Yeah, I mean, this feed is what you'll look at and spend minutes of your day on.
Well, hours, many people.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. Sometimes it's just literally minutes, but then the minutes add up. So it could be like what it said your screen time is, you know, when it's on Gmail or whatever it's on. But then you've got the time on the feed, which is like the Instagram feed, isn't it? When you're watching reels and things. And so what are you saying? You know, it'd be good to change it.
Well,
sometimes.
I think that changing your feed can definitely change your life, just as changing your food can change your life. Because as human beings, we absorb everything that we're being fed.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't realize it, but it's just it's other people's narrative, isn't it? It's you think you've chosen to follow that person or that company or whoever it is, but really, did you sign up for everything that person is sharing with you? Do you really want it all?
Do you really want it all? Most of the time you don't. You're just looking at it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, sometimes you do, and you're very involved with it if you're following someone that you're particularly close to because you've been following them for a long time, and you feel as if
Yeah.
you're really invested in that person. But if you really ask yourself, is that person doing me good? What I'm seeing, is it doing me good? Is it being helpful?
Or is it toxic sort of thing?
Yeah,
for your
or
own
is it
well-being?
how is it making me feel following that person? Is it making me feel when I go away from the post or whatever? Does it make me feel good, or does it make me feel a bit sad, or does it make me feel overwhelmed?
Yeah, I think these are good questions actually when you actually come away from it, because when you're absorbed in it, a lot of the time you're just looking at those people having their aperitifs on the Côte d'Azur or whatever, or drinking their bellinis, and you think, oh wow, you know, that looks amazing, doesn't it? You know, but and you're just in bed there, you know. Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of the time it's like that, isn't it? You know, these amazing things. And if it's making you feel good and like inspired to want to take a holiday, or is it just making you feel miserable and thinking it's all right for them, isn't it? And then you're in that position of unsatisfaction, I think, you know, when you come away and look at your life thinking that their life is always better. I think is that what you're talking about? Change your feed. So
I think that
necessarily it could be inspiring, but at the same time,
it could be that it's something like all the rich and gorgeous traveling and
or perfect bodies,
bodies as well. Yeah, how many people you find with perfect bodies, or that they make out that they're perfect because they use all these filters and everything. I mean, they're practically you can change your aspect or just the way you're posing, but I think it's just because it's not really real. It's like a story that you're following that's narrated and curated by that person. And sometimes you can think that they're being really sincere and they're really real, and sometimes they are themselves thinking that they're really real and really sincere.
But it's only one side,
it's
isn't
one
it?
side, yeah. It's like looking at a photograph, isn't it? It's not a 3D.
No, it's a positivity bias side where you only see the positive aspects of it. So, like, for example, you see a glamorous video of somebody having wonderful time there, like what I said before, drinking the champagne or whatever. But you don't see the other stuff that goes on, like the nervousness before going there,
or the
the
shouting to get the
anxiety,
scene perfect.
Well done, yeah. That's what I mean by, so it's just one, you're only seeing one side of it. So there's only the positivity
Yeah,
bias
and
there.
it's not always
Filter.
positive. Sometimes you see negative things about people in hospital that are going through a really hard time, and that they're sharing their very difficult and challenging stories with you. And sometimes if
There's
you're
a negativity
feeling,
bias going on there,
well,
isn't it? Because they're only showing the negative.
no, maybe not
No.
only showing the negative. Maybe it's true that it's negative, but
They're
maybe if you're
following.
feeling in a very vulnerable state, the last thing you really need is to be, looking at that, absorbing
feed
that kind
all the
of,
time.
of
Yeah.
negative. Because especially if you're an empath, you're going to be really empathizing with that person, and it's going to make you feel really sad and upset for them as well. So
you've got all your own stuff going
Yeah,
on in your own life, and then
exactly.
you've got the other people's lives, the people that you really don't know
yes, you don't
in
really
reality,
know.
unless it's just the online world.
Yeah.
But that you feel almost as if
You
you
feel
know
as
them.
if it's real.
You feel as if it's, because it is real for them.
For them and for you when you're reading it and
When you're
or
reading,
watching.
so you say, "Oh no, that person's gone through another horrible thing today," and it could make you feel bad too.
That you feel terrible. Yeah, or if you follow like the news and that. I mean,
Yeah,
most
we
people
know
have
that.
a
We're
news
always
feed.
saying that. Yeah, the
You
news
follow the
feed
news
is
feed, just
tragic.
Get rid of that.
Well,
To change your life immediately, because it's just so disempowering, because it's just too much for most people.
Too much.
They can't take it. Unless you
So
can
does
totally
your feed make you
disassociate.
feel happy, like the
Oh,
feed
mine
you
does.
see? Yeah. Well, what's that
absolutely.
about? It's like
Well,
healthy.
because we are into lighting, we've got
Yeah.
like lighting design, and I
yeah.
follow like people that, you know who we follow. You've seen
Yeah,
it. But we
yeah.
follow people that inspire us, don't we?
Yeah.
Or that all help us with our business.
Yeah, like now I follow this person that does all this healthy eating. I find that really inspiring.
Exactly.
Because like they made this healthy version of Nutella the other day, and I thought, gosh, that's interesting. It was just cacao and some walnuts and 2 mashed bananas. I mean, I haven't even tried that, but I just thought that could be an alternative. That was quite
be
inspiring.
delicious.
Yeah. And the other day I actually implemented something I'd learned from that healthy feed. I did something with what? With a healthy feed. Yeah, I'm calling it healthy. Yeah, I did something with the chicken that I saw on one of these Instagram things that made it more interesting. Like, yeah, I cooked it in a different way. I put more spices, and then I put this yogurt on it. Something wouldn't normally
I
do.
suppose I'm thinking that I always follow people that I can learn from.
Yeah.
So inspiring, something that's inspiring to me and I can learn.
Like, well, this is like this healthy eating stuff. I thought I'm learning from this feed, so I'm going to follow them. But yeah, I mean, I think what we mean is by change your feed is like, for example, if you've got Facebook friends that you're following, like they might even be like your high school friends that you weren't even really friends with at high school, for example. No, a lot of people follow these old high school. And these people don't necessarily make them feel good.
They make them feel bad.
They make them feel bad. So don't follow them. I mean, I think
I think there's like, if I unfollow, they're going to feel bad kind of thing still.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of empowering for you to realise that you can unfollow people.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that you should really think about doing. I mean, seriously, It sounds awful, doesn't it?
I think it can be.
Stop following.
I think it can be very difficult as well if you're particular, because you can get addicted to these feeds, especially in the influencer world. If you're following influencers, you can get really addicted to them and really feel as if you stop following them, like there's a part of your life is missing. But then I think that maybe to help you can compensate that with following someone else that's going to make you feel inspired or taking up a new interest. No, it sounds really difficult. You're looking at me as if it sounds...
No, I'm thinking about
if
it.
You're interested in cooking or interested in something else, learning something, patchwork, whatever it is. Like something that maybe you can do with your hands as well is going to help you get into a more mindful space.
Definitely. I mean, the thing is, the time on this earth is limited. So what are we really doing with it? Our feed, the feed that we're looking at is our time, isn't it?
It's our life.
It's our lives. So if we're going to be watching it for, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes or more a day, that's our lives. So
I'm just thinking, like when we were little, we used to have only a few programs on TV we could watch.
Yeah.
But when something would come on, because there were so few, you had to kind of stick through it, otherwise there was nothing else to do.
Even if you didn't like it much.
But now there's so much choice. So even if you don't like something much, you can choose to follow someone else that's going to inspire you. And maybe dip your toes in and look, just go and look at something that's going to inspire you. Because if you are following, say, someone that's going to make you feel as if you really need to lose that extra weight every day, and they don't inspire you into losing it, but they inspire you into feeling really bad about yourself and thinking that you're just like at fault, that there's something wrong with you. Because it can even get to that extent, because you're following these people that they maybe appear to be so perfect that it's just unattainable, isn't it?
Absolutely,
for most people.
Yeah. No,
so it does become toxic, and it does become very unhelpful to you. So I think, just even if you can't manage it all at once, but just kind of maybe just unfollow them from a bit, or just mute them.
Yeah, I think we don't realise that what we follow online actually extends to our physical lives. I don't think we...
Most definitely
does, but you don't think it does, because you're just holding your phone and you don't even think about it. You don't give it that much thought.
Just consider it a bit like advertising. I mean, you can even curate your own advertising now, can't you?
Yeah.
So if you think you can curate advertising, curate your feed.
You mean the stuff that you get?
Well, you can choose. You can say, I don't like this advert. Give me something that I like. If you go and search for something that you like, then you'll see millions of that.
Yeah. You're looking for whatever it is, and it'll come up in your feed.
It can be a nice thing, because you can say, I like that. I'm interested in that new settee or new light or whatever. But new makeup, whatever it is that you're interested in. But I don't know. I think it just can be so empowering just to say, no, I'm not going to follow that anymore, and just I'm going to say yes to this and this and this.
So I think with the general good advice would be, draw a line to what draw a line.
Just be like mindful the next time. Next time you're scrolling down, just look and just put a tick. Is this helping me? Does this make me feel good? This one, yes or no? Do I feel worse after reading it, or better? Worse or better?
I don't think people even give it that much thought, because they're not
mindful.
They're
just absorbing it. You're just absorbing, and then you may say, I feel like today, and you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And you don't even know what it is.
No.
And then you might feel great another day, and it might be because your feed has been really inspiring and really nice things have happened to all these
women,
people.
Or is it more men?
No, I think both.
Just
people,
both.
Just people.
Yeah.
Anyone. People. It just happens to everybody, I think.
Everybody.
When nobody is completely isolated from what they see or feel, what's going on around them, aren't they? We all absorb. We're like sponges, absorbing.
Yeah, the worst thing is we don't realise it.
Yeah.
That's
so what happens when you absorb? In the end, what happens to a sponge? It gets saturated, and it can no longer hold the water, and it all comes out, doesn't it?
Well, only if you squeeze it comes out.
No, even if you don't, it'll start seeping out eventually. Yeah, when you lift it up, it all flows out.
It gets really heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah. A sponge is not supposed to be heavy, is it?
No, it's supposed
to be light. Yeah, maybe if we think of ourselves like sponges, we're always supposed to be light and airy and fluffy.
Yeah.
Whereas if we just get this heaviness, and like when you throw you down, you launch yourself on the floor. Plop. That's no good. No. Yeah, I think we have to think of ourselves as light and airy. And does this make me feel light and airy, like a sponge willing to absorb? Because you will absorb it.
You'll absorb it, everything.
Whether you realise it or not, you will absorb it.
I mean, we wrote that story, didn't we? Butter. It's come to mind now.
Yeah. That butter absorbs flavours in the fridge, whether you want to or not, so you have to cover it.
You have to keep it covered if
Keep
you
it
don't
covered.
want.
Otherwise, it will absorb the other flavours. That's a bit different, though, isn't it?
Well, not really, because you can cover your mind as well by choosing a different feed, can't you? You can protect yourself in a
You
way.
can protect yourself, yeah.
And you don't think you have to protect
No,
yourself
that's
from
why
your
it's
feed.
so
That's why it's so
weird.
scary, because you think I'm following people I like or that interest me, or that I'm, you know.
But do you, I mean, yeah, I guess because you choose to follow them right
Oh,
from
yeah,
the very
you
beginning.
say
Yeah.
click follow.
You click follow, yeah. This is an amazing thing that obviously humans didn't have to think about, you know, like
Well, before
12
it was
years
just,
ago,
yeah,
15 years
yeah.
ago. It's
No,
just this
it's a new
new, it's a
thing.
new thing, really, yeah.
Who was it? Ed Sheeran was saying the other day that people that post selfies. I was watching one of his videos, and he said that they can be. I don't know his exact quote, but they can be very sad because they're trying to take a picture of themselves to show it online, but in reality, you know, and they might look beautiful because they're putting a pose on, but in reality maybe they're very sad inside. So
Selfies can be sad.
yeah, because in the end it's just a photo of yourself on your own.
Yeah. Selfie is just a self, an image of yourself. And can you ever really capture yourself? You can't. Not in a flat screen.
Yeah.
We're just so
And then
multi-dimensional.
sometimes
You can't.
people follow these people that post these selfies, and they think, oh, you know, and then they create this own little story around them, or what the narrator has said, and it's just a story. It's not a real thing.
But don't you think we kind of know it's not a real thing? But we want it anyway because it shows
I
a
don't
particular...
think we do. No, it's not real. I think we think it is real. Or we might think we know it's not real, but then subconsciously it goes in as real.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we might think it's not real because, like, if you're into the selfie thing, then you know what you do to make the perfect selfie, and it might be
So
really
you know
quite
it.
hard, so you know it. But at the same time, I think
want it.
Yeah, but I think the whole selfie thing is, what is this? We have to see our faces on the screen to sort of like, that's a bit odd, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah. It is very odd if you think
'Cause
about
you're-
it rationally.
Rationally, yeah, because are you looking in a mirror? No. You're looking on a screen to look at the image of your face. Are you trying to
But
understand
really,
yourself
it's
better?
not
What's
for you.
it?
Most selfies are not for yourself, because if they were just for yourself and you just put them away, you kept them on your camera, but you post them online for other people to see.
Yeah, and what is the point there of to show your beauty or what?
Well, that's
What is
people
it?
do.
People do, yeah. Yeah, no, I know people do it. It's just that I can't really comprehend the reason. It's to show beauty. To show beauty.
Or to
yeah,
show
I can.
smiling, or show
show
show your
smiling.
face, I suppose. Show up.
Show up, okay. So
To
there's...
show up. But if it really was just showing up, then it would just be like a picture and you could be looking awful in it. And some people do post that. But most of the selfies are like really curated. And so, you know, the angles and everything.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah, we all know we've had to learn that, haven't
lighting.
we? Everybody really nowadays, yeah.
So I think to change your feed completely can be really very difficult for most people, because you kind of, I know you probably find it hard, but you're kind of dependent on it. So like if
There
your
is
feed got
yeah.
completely wiped out and you couldn't access any of those people, you'd probably find yourself quite lost at first. But then I think you'd feel liberated, I think, in the end.
You'd feel
You'd feel
empowered.
liberated.
So you've got to sort of like think, who do I
It's a
really
bit
want
like
to
a
feed? What
detox.
interests me? Am I
Yes.
interested in something perhaps I didn't even know
Yeah.
I was interested in? So what's the idea? Get curious, and what should you do? Like browse.
You should get curious, and I think first of all you should go through your feed, tick, tick, tick. Is this helpful? Is this not helpful? It make me feel good? Does it make me feel bad?
Yeah.
And then the ones that aren't helpful to you, they're making you feel bad, just eliminate them.
Do you think
at
that
least
you
for
actually, if you're mindful,
for
I
2
guess,
weeks or whatever. If you can really go back to them if you find that you really miss them or something, or maybe just go and read the odd post or something.
Yeah.
And then keep adding things, that a new interest, something that you find is helpful to you.
Yeah, that's a
add
good
that.
idea. Add
Add
that. Add to your feed.
Yeah. It's a bit like what you do with healthy eating, isn't it? You
Instead of
don't have
taking
to
away.
eliminate everything, just add healthy stuff.
Add it, yeah, a few nuts here and there. I don't know.
Unless you're allergic
Unless
to
you're
them.
obviously a little bit of add a salad,
Bit of
add a
fruit.
bit of fruit,
Bit
yeah.
of veggies.
Absolutely.
5 a day.
Absolutely.
Maybe 5 healthy. At least have 5 people that make you feel really good in your feed every day. Maybe that's a good idea.
Maybe that is a very
That's
good
a good
idea.
start.
Yeah, 5 people that make you feel really good, or maybe that
Not
makes
just
you
people.
laugh.
It might be it
things,
could be
situation.
It could be interior design.
It could
whatever,
be, yeah, a lot
housing.
of like my children. My
Accounts.
children, I still call them children. I don't know.
Because they are your children.
Yeah, it's just like
They're grown up,
22
obviously.
and 24. But I find them watching like animal videos all the time. I hear them giggling away. I mean, that's going to make you feel good, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
That makes them feel good.
25-year-old watched The Lion King again yesterday.
Oh, that's so
cute.
I like that.
So, yeah.
But it's like actually on the Insta feed, they've got all these little funny videos.
That's cute.
That it makes you feel, it makes you have a laugh, doesn't it? It
Yes.
can change your state pretty quickly.
Yes. Okay, then let us know what you think and try it to change your feed, to change your life. Bye from the
English sisters.
Remember to follow us and help us grow with this new podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.